Alright, hey guys, today I'm going to be going over an update for the green-white standard deck list that I put on the last video. I've been doing some play testing with some friends at the local store, store owner, even got a few tips from one of our big state championship players. So we'll see how the update goes. It's not a huge update, but there's a few cards different, so this will be a shorter video. And I'll put a link of, or a list of the deck in the description as well. So some of the changes that I have in here for the creatures, I added in the 2 Trostani Selesnya's Voice. The reason for this was against some of the really heavy aggro burn decks. I was having some problems just staying alive long enough to get my big creatures out and then deal enough damage to them. This deck does not have a lot of early aggression or defense, so I needed a little life gain later in the game to kind of bring me back into it. So they're in there. I do have the life gain from the Thragtusks as well, but a lot of the stuff I'm going to be dropping is going to give me a pretty good life gain with Trostani in there. I took out the Oak Street Innkeeper because the hexproof she gave my tapped creatures never seemed worth it. She usually just kind of turned into a jump blocker. Normally I could either save my creature with my Restoration Angel or a buff spell or whatnot, so I pulled her out. One of the other big changes in the deck was the 4 travel preparations that I have in now. Originally I had the 3 cast from Return to Ravnica. I cannot remember what it's called right now. That put a counter on a target creature and a counter on another target creature. So the travel preparations is a 1 and a green to put for the same ability. Then it has a flashback, 1 and a white for the same ability again. So for 1 more mana I get 2 more counters total. It is sorcery speed, but I figured the instant didn't really matter. I was usually just playing on my Wild Beastmasters to pump them up to make all my other creatures bigger, so I never really needed that too much as a instant trick. Because it has to be when she's attacking anyway, so they'll be able to block no matter. I can't pull that trick on them. So I figured it'd be more effective. It's 1 more mana for 2 more counters, just more value out of that card. Rogue's Passage was another big change into the land. I really like this. It helps sneak my big creatures through. Late game when I don't have as many things as I'm dropping. Gives me somewhere to put my mana and guarantees some damage through. Works really well with the Beastmasters because I want them attacking each turn, but I don't want them dying. So I can make them unblockable while they buff up everyone else. So I've thought that was really effective. I've liked it a lot so far. The other change I put in was the Farseeks. I was debating over whether just having 4 Arbor Elves and 4 Avacyn Pilgrims, or the 2 Arbor Elves, 4 Avacyn Pilgrims, and the 3 Farseeks. I ended up on the Farseek, mostly because the Arbor Elf is nice, and it's really nice, especially if I get my Temple Gardens, but on the games I didn't have Temple Garden first turn. The Arbor Elf wasn't as nice because it didn't give me mana color fixing, it just gave me mana ramp. So that didn't work out as well as I was kind of hoping it would work out. So I've been using the Farseeks. I've been liking them. For one reason, I can drop them on a later turn. It doesn't always have to be a turn 2 drop to fetch out a land. Because sometimes I just want that turn 2 where I have the 2 lands, my Avacyn Pilgrim to just drop a 3-cost creature. But in the later turn it thins out the deck, so I'm not drawing into as many lands. I have only 21 lands in here, so it's already thin, so pulling an extra one can make a big difference. So I really like the Farseeks as well, and it's nice that they can get up the Temple Gardens as well. So it helps ramp, mana color fix, and thin out the deck. So I've liked them. So those are the big changes that I have made to the deck. For the sideboard, we'll go over that really quick. Dryad Militants and the Rest in Peace, they're all graveyard hate. I've been facing off against a lot of black-green zombies with the new zombies that have come out, and still packing, Gravecrawler, Drolf's Messenger, all those that I don't want hitting the graveyard, I just want them exiled. So there's a lot of graveyard hate in there just because that's what I've tested against. And like I said, sideboard's still under construction. 2 more Sundering Growths, just in case someone happens to be running some enchantments or artifacts that I really need to get rid of. And then 1 Collective Blessing. I had this main boarded for a while, but I put it into the sideboard. It works really well against the mirror matchups. When we're both playing these big green-white creatures, I can drop that out. My creatures are just bigger than theirs overall, so I really like that as well. So those are the updates to the deck. Nothing too wild. Just kind of found out what was more efficient. I hope you guys enjoy the deck. If you guys have been playtesting it. So hopefully you guys are improving on the stuff that I've been working on. And until next time we see you, guys have a good one.